Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Welcome to the 518th meeting of DET Toastmaster Club. I am Toastmaster Sandeep and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for this meeting. And today's theme is about 404 not found. As usual, I am not prepared for this theme. So I will just share my experience when I was in Delhi a few weeks back. I will share an incident with you all. We stayed in Delhi for 2 days. On first day, we roamed around the Delhi and visited for some historical places and some enjoyment places too. At the end of the day, at night, we had street food, chole bhature. I have gone to Delhi with my brother, and after having a chole bhature, I saw a person who is selling Peru, that is Goa, on the street. And I asked my brother, "Hey, do you want to eat Goa?" And he said yes. And we went to the shopkeeper and asked how much it costs for one Goa. And he told 60 rupees, I mean 60 rupees. First of all, I don't know Hindi. I'm not that much fluency in Hindi and I don't know Hindi numericals that 1, 2, 3 in Hindi, 1, 2, 3. I know only until up to this much I know. And when he say 60 rupees, I was like, 4 not found. 404 I didn't get him. So I took it with my brother and he was like, even he too don't know the Hindi numericals. So, but we want to eat that fruit. So I asked him to give one piece of Goa and we don't know how much it cost. And my brother told me that give 100 rupees note and let him give the change that you want to. And I gave 100 rupees note and fortunately he gave me back 40 rupees and then I came to learn that a 60 rupees means 60 rupees. And before moving forward, I would like to give some ground rules to be followed in this meeting. So please turn off your electronic gadgets in silent mode or keep it in a silent vibration mode so that it can't make disturbance to the speaker. So I will give 2 seconds to do so. And please don't talk about sex, religion, politics and age in your speeches, so it may hurt some people's emotion. So please help us in keeping our venue clean. Use designated dustbins for any trashes. And please respect time as well as timer. So respect time that I need to say. And now it's time to call upon the person who we call as the president of the club. So to introduce him, I would like to call him as a leader. So if you are having goals and visions in your life, so you must meet this person. So with a big round of applause, please help me in welcome Toastmaster Nitish as president of this club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. Before I open the meeting, I would like to know what happened in the previous meeting. For this, let me call upon the acting secretary, Toastmaster Aakanksha, to share the previous meeting.
In the previous meeting number 5 and 7, which was held on 13th February 25, it began on 6:15. We were 5 minutes late. The Sergeant at Arms was, acting Sergeant at Arms was Toastmaster Mahmadhusen. The President was me, Toastmaster Aakanksha. The theme was Love Letters to Little Things in Life. TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day, was Toastmaster Rimjhim. And the TM, the Table Topic Master, was Toastmaster Pranav. General Evaluator was Toastmaster Kanchan. Timer was Toastmaster Harsha, Counter Toastmaster Raghav, Grammarian Toastmaster Sangmesh, Toastmaster Tushar. Best Taggle Road player was Toastmaster Tushar as the listener. Best Table Topic speaker was Toastmaster Nitish. Best role player was Toastmaster Pranav as a Table Topic master. The meeting ended at 8 o'clock. There were no speakers.
Thank you, Acting Secretary Toastmaster Aakanksha, for the crisp report. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Can it be more loud? Let us shout to this Nana in Pragraj. With this, I open meeting number 518. Open. Four not four, not found. Dear Toastmasters, I want to ask you all one thing. www.google.com. In a hurry, anybody here? You mistype it. Anybody here? In a hurry. No one. Can you raise it? Good. Any other? Any other? How did it feel? What did you get when you misspelled www.google.com? What was one message you found? 404 not found. What is this message if you can inculcate in our life? Imagine we're on a road trip to somewhere and we took a wrong route. We didn't know where to go next. So took a time where to come back to the other route and correct the road. It is same in a life. In a hurry might be a wrong link taken, it might be in your career, it might be in your relationship, anything it might be, one step taken a wrong. Some steps can be made correct, but some takes a lot of time. So I have listed 3 4 or 4 which we take in our life. First one is a broken link we take in a relationship. We are so hurried. Let be any relationship. We are so hurried that sometimes we take a wrong relationship. But let us look at the other side. I think so all are not married here, except 2 or 3. How do you get to know it is a right one? Anything, it might be a relationship, it might be a career. Every time it is that everything will be perfect. First, I want to ask. Everything is right? Right? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Excellent, excellent. So what one takeaway we can take from Afaq is any relationship it might be cannot be a perfect. It is about Excellent. So it is one takeaway for all of us that we give 60% and we get that 40% back. Thank you, Toastmaster Afaq. Second thing is a very crisp page moved or it is deleted. What it is? The opportunities store in our life. Many a times we have opportunities in front of our life. It might be a person we ignore in life. We take it for granted. It might be a job we have in our hand. We take it so light. But remember, it is my personal experience when it has gone out of to realize the true importance of how it is true important of being that opportunity in our life. When you become so blank, the 404 is always in your mind. A last one. A server issue. Everything goes well in life, but there is an unexpected moment in life. Everything goes well. Whatever you browse, you get it on your laptop or might be on your screen. Life is same. So feel everything is there in life, but there are situations in life where you didn't even expect to be a situation. So dear Toastmasters, I think there are 4 takeaways for all of this. Wrong experience is a lesson for us. So it gives you an experience for future do's and don'ts. A second one, relationships, fights, and good days are common. But when you have a fight, it's very important how you resolve that 404 in your life with a proper communication and connected back. A third one, opportunity always doesn't come and be at your feet. When you have an opportunity, you have to grab it. Because once you got an opportunity, there shouldn't be a forever in your life. A last one. It's okay to have a bad days, but wait for a time and be patient to have a good day coming. So with this is what is 404 according to me in my life. To take this meeting forward, we have someone known as the Toastmaster of the Day, a director of the meeting. I want to ask you one question. How many mentors do you have in your life? Mentees. In Toastmasters, any. More than 20. Great. But this person, not 100, 200, 300 or 1000. Today's Toastmaster of the Day has any guesses? How many people? How many students he has in his life? 37,000. So he has a followers of 37,000 followers on YouTube who teaches economics and English. So with a round of applause, help me in welcome Toastmaster Mahmadhusen as a Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitish, for such a good introduction. So this is Toastmaster Mahmadhusen. I am the Toastmaster of the day. So as you know, the theme is 404 not found. So I think it was chosen by and decided by Toastmaster Nitish. When I asked him what does the topic mean, he said like the feeling of being lost in life, confusion and lack of clarity. And I would like to ask all of you, how many times you feel lost in your life? Now, students, like being in my 20s, I can easily relate to this. Start doing something, start engineering, any course, any program, in the middle, when we encounter with some challenges and difficulties, we are like, why did I even start it in the first place? So these are the questions that our mind has. And our mind is full of negative thoughts, and we are sad, we are disappointed. So these are the thoughts which start controlling our mind when we get lost in life. But my question is it always bad to feel lost? Is it always bad to have a feeling of being lost? I think it's not always bad, because when we feel lost, when we are confused, we start questioning ourselves. We start questioning, why am I doing this? And when we start questioning, start looking for meaning in life. We start looking for purpose, and we start looking for meaning in what we do, and we start looking for something that truly makes us happy. So let's say I still remember what Toastmaster Sangmesh said in his last table topics. When he was in engineering, he was doing his engineering in third year, he was lost, maybe he was confused, and he started questioning himself. Why am I doing this engineering? And that questioning helped him find the purpose or something that he truly loves. When he questioned himself, he found that he had an inclination towards philosophy and spirituality. So sometimes this feeling of being lost and confused leads us to the clarity and helps us find purpose in life. So I believe what leads us to the destination is as important as the destination itself. So these are my perspectives on the topic. So now coming to Toastmasters. So like this, as we feel lost, maybe the person who founded Toastmaster International, he may have been lost in his life. So he, with a purpose to help people become better communicators and speakers and leaders, he founded Toastmasters International in the year 2000, the year 1924, which has now presence in more than 140 plus countries. And our DET Toastmasters Club was founded by three friends, Toastmaster Veernaran Kulkarni and Toastmaster Sanjay Kulkarni and Toastmaster Manjunath Hiremat. So every typical Toastmaster meeting comprises of three segments. We begin with something called prepared speeches, where members come prepared and they deliver speeches based on their pathways. And then comes the second part of the meeting, known as table topics, which is conducted by table topic master. With a table topic master, he randomly picks members as well as guests, and they are given a topic and they are supposed to speak on the theme, on the topic given, for 1 to 2 minutes. And then comes the last and the most important segment, which is the evaluation. Measurement is the first step towards improvement. If we cannot measure ourselves, if we don't evaluate ourselves, we'll never be able to improve and make progress. So to improve ourselves, to improve the entire meeting, we have the third segment, which is evaluation, where the speakers are evaluated by the individual evaluators, and the entire meeting is evaluated by a team called Taggle team, which is headed by the general evaluator. So to evaluate today's meeting, we have a person who is pursuing engineering in artificial intelligence in BUB College, and she likes singing and she likes studying business case studies, and she is a learning enthusiast. So help me welcome Toastmaster Pragati. Toastmaster.
Evening, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. After a long time, happy, nervous, and today you can take me as an intelligent coder and like debugging today's meeting. How does it go in the flow today? I will be writing down. Today, me as a general evaluator, my mission is to spot the 404 not found errors today in the meeting, and also the hiccups that will be noted down that will be disrupting the flow of the meeting. And I'll be also writing down the uh, the objectives that a speaker has come on the stage. Did they meet their objectives while they are delivering their roles? And I'll be writing their progress and the one of improvement, and I'll be delivering at the end, and also based on the parameters how they speak on the body languages. And I'll be delivering my report at the end when PMOD calls me. And to help me evaluating the whole meeting, there's a taggle team that is timer, counter, grammarian, and listener. And coming to the timer role, that is, I'd like to introduce a person who is a very kind person who loves traveling, experience, discover, and also he's a very simple, simplest, love things with a simple simplicity. And also one thing about him is he loves cycling, and also loves watching ants going on their own way. Right? Help me welcome Toastmaster Sandeep as timer.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Before I explain the rules, the role of the timer, I would like to ask you a question. Which is the most precious thing in your life? Toastmaster Nitish, Aakanksha. Please, don't you think food is very important? Just because I have came here as a timer, you are telling time is the most precious thing. Okay. As I am a timer, I will be noticing the timings of each speaker who came up on the stage, and I will note down their timings. In this meeting, there are 3 sessions. First, prepared speeches. Second, table topic session, and third is evaluation session. And for prepared speeches, time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will be raising green card. At 6 minutes, I will be raising yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will be raising red card. And extra 30 seconds will be given to the speaker to wind up their speech. And in table topic session, for each speaker, time allocated is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will be raising green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will be raising yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will be raising red card, and I will hold red card until the speaker ends his speech. And in third session, that is evaluation session, time allocated is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will be raising green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will be raising yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will be raising red card, and I will hold this red card until the individual evaluator finds his evaluation. So I will come with my report once the general evaluator calls me at the end of the meeting.
Coming to the counter role, she is a fashion designer. She loves designing dresses, and also she holds a position of an HR in a company. So let's welcome Toastmaster Harsha.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of our counter is to note the words as and sounds. The pause is used as pause filler and stretch and pause filler who speaks during the meeting. I will note the words. I will note overused words like and, I, will, so, but, and I will also listen to the words, and I will also listen to the fillers like I, and I will also note the repeated words and phrases like this will, I, and I will report. I will report when general evaluators calls me on the stage. Coming to the grammarian role, she's a person where she's a tech enthusiastic, and at the free time she always you can find her solving cubes, and also she's finally a bachelor in the industrial design. She loves painting, sketching, and also dancing, and she's none other than Toastmaster Rachana.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and yes, I am Rachana, and today I am the grammarian. So, my role is to help enhance our language skills by observing the use of grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure throughout the meeting. And I'll also introduce the word of the day, which is elusive, and it means difficult to find, catch, or achieve. And for example, success seemed elusive, but I kept pushing forward. The answer to my question remained elusive, like a 404 error in real life. I encourage everyone to use this word during the meeting, and whenever someone uses the word, we'll appreciate by clapping. And yeah, I'll be back with my report whenever general evaluation.
Coming to the listener role, she's a person of personality. She's very extroverted, and I always love the personality of extrovert, like expressing themselves. The one more thing, whenever she comes to stage, the way she delivers her speech, and with full of her vocal tone, and I'd like to always learn from her. That is Toastmaster Rimjhim.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pragati. Well, I am nervous now. She has so much. Oh my god. Just come, so just let me breathe in. Okay, fine. I feel we commit more errors while listening as compared to speaking, in my opinion. Okay, so let me narrate an incident for that. So I have newly joined my college and it was my first day. I was very excited as I don't know Hindi and it was a really new experience among everybody. So I just told them, okay, so there was one of my fellow classmates. I went to her and I just told her, Kiya, please tell me na how to say how are you in Kannada and etc. And she told me, okay, like that. And suddenly I got very excited and then I straight away went to a group of classmates, my fellow classmates, and I asked, Harami Diri? And they were shocked. Zab, how could such a cute face can even, cuss? And I'm like, what? How are you? And they're like, and I think I got enemies instead of friends. Just kidding, they are good people. So I request all of you to not commit such mistake because at the end of the session, I'm gonna come with a lot of questions which I'm gonna pick from meeting and test your listening skills that whether are you committing the same errors or not. Thank you.
Thank you, Rimjhim. I will be back with my team. I will do at the end to evaluate. I will be handing back to the TM module.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pragati, for introducing yourself and your team. So now we'll get started with the first segment of the meeting, which is prepared speeches. So today we have two speeches. So I think today we have three speeches. So one is icebreakers and then two speeches. So we'll start with the icebreaker. So before I introduce the speaker, I would request the evaluator of Toastmaster Raghav to read out the objectives of the speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Sangmesh. The first speaker is pursuing BBA from Kelly College and he likes playing football and is also the treasurer of our DET Toastmasters Club. So help me welcome Toastmaster Raghav with a big round of applause. So in a Toastmasters club, so whenever a member gives icebreaker speech, so we have a tradition like we will give standing ovation to him once he is done with his speech. Okay, so we will stand and we will recognize.
On December 7, 2006, it was a cold winter morning. Mrs. Agrawal was being brushed, and Mr. Agrawal and his family were tense as it was a child. Now, I want you to answer a question. When a child is born, what does it first do? Absolutely. However, Mr. Agrawal and Mrs. Agrawal said didn't cry for 10 minutes. They grew more tense. But after 10 minutes, there was a relief of joy when their son finally cried after the doctor swung him upside down. He grew in a joint family and was loved the most because he was the youngest. Later, he joined a pre-nursing school which was just 200 meters away from his house. After completing his pre-nursing school, he joined Rotary English Medium Primary School. Everything was going well. But when good things happen, bad things also do. I still remember the date. It was 25th June 2014 when I was in school. I was a very weak guy, yet full of ego and maybe negative traits. In my class, there was a bunch of students who were stronger and taller than me. When I say strong, there are two types of people, positively strong and negatively strong. In my class, unfortunately, they were negatively strong, who could crush me whenever they want. Obviously, a guy like me would never mess with them with the fear of being defeated. Now, I really want you guys to imagine being Raghav, being me at this particular situation. Imagine you have a dream to grow, a dream to become stronger, confident, taller, but the people around you who are stronger and taller and crush you like a paper, bullies you around, bullies you in the school corridor, who bullies you in front of the teacher, who bullies you during the lunch break, then what would you do? Anyway, I completed my schooling and got into college. In college, I started sitting at the last bench with the fear of being bullied again. But you see, people at the last bench are called to be real gems. There, I found a guy who was truly one. He was strong, he was tall, he was confident, but in a positive way. He was a person who lived at the moment. He was a person I dreamt to be. We both became friends. He suggested me to go to the gym. That became a turning point in my life.
as it helped me to become stronger, confident, and most importantly, disciplined in life. And achieve that confidence, which was elusive in my life, maybe late. Later, I met with like-minded people in the gym. More importantly, a person with the same story. We both started working out together, both became good friends, and majorly started focusing growth in the life. Through all of this experience, I have learned that life is all about growth, not comparison. Strength is not all about muscle, it is about resilience, confidence, and the courage to challenge. And most importantly, I learned that I'm not superior from everyone. I'm just a person who's in the path of learning, improving, and having the strive to be better than yesterday. Thank you. That was my answer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghav. So now, yeah, Toastmaster Tushar. Yeah, okay. First we'll go with Tushar and then, okay. Yeah. Before I introduce and invite the speaker, so I would request the evaluator of Toastmaster Tushar to read out the objectives of the speaker. Okay, thank you, evaluator, for reading out the objectives. So our next speaker is a third year computer science student at Yale College and he loves playing football. So help me welcome Toastmaster Tushar with a big round of applause. Toastmaster Tushar.
Good evening, everybody. I'm excited to be back after a month, I guess. And Toastmaster Nitish gave me a grand welcome. He took a photo of me, and then I think he'll be posting it in the group. Caring with intention, that's the title of my speech. Now, recently I started reading this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a. Yeah, so am I allowed to swear? Am I allowed to swear? No? Okay, fine. So I guess all of you understood the message. So I started reading this book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a. Yeah. So obviously, all the concepts that I've learned from this book, it can't be shared in 5 to 7 minutes. So I've picked up a few concepts which I found very interesting, and they have resonated with me very well, and I hope they resonate with you as well. So starting off, I'd like to ask all of you a question. How many of you have thought this? If I'm not going to be someone famous or rich or great, what's the point of life? Would anyone like to share their thoughts on this topic? Toastmaster Nitish. Toastmaster Afaq, would you like to? So every time I reflect on this question, I reach the same conclusion. Life can seem pointless, even if I was to become someone very rich and powerful. Maybe 10 years down the line, or even 100, I'll be forgotten. But then again, I think about it, and even if I was famous, even for a day or even an year, I would take that opportunity because it would mean the world to me. Now, this is where I catch myself. What I'm doing now is called wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is another form of delusion. And then, this thing where I go back and forth from hope and reality, this is what the author calls it the feedback loop from hell. So, if I were to summarize this concept in a short and sweet way, it literally means being stressed about being stressed. Okay, and I think all of us do this every day, knowingly and unknowingly, and it is very important that we break from this cycle. So instead, he offers an alternative. He tells us that we shouldn't measure our happiness based on our emotions. Instead, we should measure our happiness by living by our values, honesty, being earnest, etc. Now, I'll talk about something that is given utmost importance nowadays: mental health and emotions. Uh, Everybody is talking about mental health, and it's sort of kept on a pedestal now. But the author of this book, he tells us that emotions are overrated. He tells us that emotions are nothing but feedback mechanisms. For example, I know at some point all of us must have felt sad and lonely, or maybe not. Okay, so when we feel this, it is a sign for us to take care of our social needs, nothing more. So it's not. So it won't be of much help if you sit in that zone and keep crying about it again and again. And then when it comes to emotions, he tells us that there are two types of people in this world. One who repress their emotions, and two who over identify with their emotions. I'll talk about the people who repress their emotions. These are the people who deny the existence of problems. Basically, if you ignore an emotion, you are suppressing it, and uh, you are stopping yourself from solving the problem. And then there are people who over identify with their emotions. These are people who justify bad behavior by saying that I couldn't help it, I was just emotional. Now, okay. So again, if I want all of you to think on this, if if I were to ask you what you want the most out of life, I think all of you would have one of these three or all of these three. I want to be happy, I want to have a good family, and I want to be rich. But again, these are all very generic answers, and these are not the questions that we should be asking ourselves. The author tells us that we should be asking ourselves, what pain do we want to embrace and what struggles are we willing to endure? I'll tell you why. All of us at some point will dream of climbing the corporate ladder, being in some huge position, being a manager, etc. But again, uh, there is some work that has to be put in to reach this position. So basically, the author tells us if we want to reach our destination, are we willing to endure the 60-hour long work weeks, somewhat compromise on our family time and play office politics? It is only those people who enjoy doing all these three, they are the ones who are going to make it, and that position is going to be, it's going to make them happy. So choose wisely. And that's all. Thank you. And I'd like to conclude by saying that thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar, for such a wonderful insight. Don't just aim to be something, decide what pain do you want. So every position, power comes with a lot of pain and stress rather than just dreaming to have that position. Dream of having that ability to stress and pain. Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar. So now, before I invite our third speaker, so I would request the evaluator to read out the objectives of the speech and project. Thank you, Toastmaster Afaq. The next speaker is she is a music enthusiast and she wishes to explore the world and enjoy the diversity within the society. And she loves baking and reading books. And she is none other than Toastmaster Khushi. Help me welcome with a big round of applause. Over to you.
Imagine you are standing at the edge of a vast, dense forest where every direction looks the same. And now you're completely lost. This is how exactly life can feel without guidance. But imagine, at that point, if you had someone who knew every trail and tree by your side who just appears like a jinn to help you throughout the journey, our journeys would have been way more simple. And this is the essence of mentorship, a guiding light through the life's dense forest. Toastmasters, I'm here today to share an experience of mine on how mentorship has shaped my life. Let's rewind to my school days. Like everyone else in the class, I also focused on getting good grades. Not just good, but excellent and outstanding. Our school had this approach where they encouraged the students to read from their textbooks, from the chapters, and not just rely on those important questions given during the class. And now I was used to this pattern of studying, framing questions from each and every corner of the chapter and remembering by the end of the day. It's just like we make highlights on Instagram. I used to create my own chapter highlights. And that is how I read. One day, one small mistake transformed my approach towards learning entirely. I just received my science test results, and despite scoring a 99, I wasn't satisfied. Because that 1 mark I lost was on a simple fill in the blank question. Yes, you heard that right. 1 mark in general, but for students like us, it's actually huge. Confused and anxious, I just approached my science teacher at the end of the day and I just sat down to clarify my doubt. What she showed me next has now become one of the most valuable lessons of my life. With a gentle smile, he opened my textbook and pointed out towards the small tiny box at the corner of the page, labeled, "Did you know?" The answer that I missed was right there in that tiny little box, which I overlooked multiple times. Knowledge, he said. Knowledge isn't just in those bold headlines or main paragraphs. It's in every word, every corner, and every line. That moment, I realized that yes, learning isn't just about following that conventional and actual path. All about exploring every branch, every tree, and every root of that knowledge tree. That day, my teacher wasn't just correcting a wrong answer. In fact, he was teaching me how to learn. But mentorship isn't always limited to those classrooms. Sometimes we have our greatest mentors right at our home. And in this case, I'm quite lucky enough to have two great mentors who, are the perfect for my life, my parents. My father, whom I call someone, we call him a possibility mentor. Because whenever I approach him with a new ambition or a new desire, he's got this same sentence: "Go ahead, I'm there for you." So these simple words of my dad carries immense strength. It gives me the courage to take risks, dream bigger, and also to know that even if I fail at some point of time in my life, I have someone to catch me up. And my mother, I call her the precision mentor. Like a skilled sculptor working with clay, he has helped me shape not just my skill, but also my personality. She knew that, okay, Khushi is capable of getting into the flow of water. Any amount, she will take the shape of the mold. So that's the reason, even today in my present life, if I'm willing to explore the world, it's because she has inculcated that habit of exploring the world. Her guidance is not just about achieving goals, but it's about achieving excellence in everything that I do. So this beautiful combination of mentorship lies in that controversial approach. My father is given the unwavering support that gives me wings to fly, and my mom's guidance has helped me navigate through the winds of life. And together, they have created that perfect balance that has influenced every aspect of my life. Looking back, now I realize that mentorship has not always been about guidance, but sometimes it's also about passing the torch of enlightenment and wisdom from one generation to the next. My science teacher's life lessons about attention to details has influenced how I approach every task, even in my present life today. My father's unwavering support has taught me the importance of believing in dreams, and my mom's guidance has showed me that excellence lies in details. As I stand here today, I'm not that person anymore who is unsure of which path to take at the edge of a forest. And thanks to my mentors, because now I am sure that I can navigate through life's complexities with confidence. But more importantly, I also realize that sometimes at the point of life, it will be my turn to be the guiding light in somebody else's life. And this is the true beauty of mentorship. It's a continuous cycle of learning, growing, and passing on the wisdom. Each of us here has the potential to be the prodigy and the mentor. That is, a mentee and a mentor, to both receive and give. And in this endless cycle of mentorship, of sharing knowledge and wisdom, we will all together grow stronger. And this is what Toastmasters mentorship program focuses on. Learn, grow together. So I think if you are at this point of time standing at the edge of your own forest right now, don't be afraid. Just look around and seek guidance. Because every strong mentor has once been a prodigy. That is, every great mentor and a leader has once upon a time been a student and a mentee. So he knows how to deal with life, right? So let's together create the chain of mentorship which stretches beyond this room, lights the path, and touches many lives so that our future generation will be quite helpful with that. Remember, when we lift others, it's somewhere that we also rise together. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khushi, for your great insights into the role of mentorship in one's life. She started talking about, I just recalled how her mentorship helped. First time when Nitish asked me to write your icebreaker, I just wrote 2-3 pages only on one event. When I sent it to my mentor, she, after going through it, she sent me her icebreaker. Then after going through, I realized without her guidance and help, I would have done something that you might not have expected in my icebreaker. So that I can recall a great insights into the role of mentorship. So now we are done with the first segment of the meeting. So now it's time to move on to the second segment. So table topics. To conduct this session, so I'm going to invite a person whom I think is the acting queen of our club. The way she conveys her emotions is just extraordinary. I wish I had that ability. So help me welcome Toastmaster Rimjhim with a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahmadhusen. Sorry. So that's an error. Okay. So I want to tell you that not every place is a good place to commit errors, okay? What if you will forget your admit card before your exam So I mean, like, error, admit card not found. That's a bad mistake. But here, like, I commit an error, and it's Toastmasters. So I think it's the best place to commit errors. Don't you think, guys? Okay. So I am not going to commit an error right now, but I'm gonna watch you guys committing errors in your speeches. Well, I'm not a sadist, just you can experiment. So moving ahead, let's talk about table topic session. Here, today, I, Toastmaster Rimjhim, will be the table topic master, and I am responsible to give table topics to all of you. Here, each and every guest or even member come and practice their impromptu speaking by responding to the table topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah. So let's move ahead because I am very excited watching you guys to commit errors. Okay. Sorry, just a second. So for first table topic, Toastmaster Sangmesh. Toastmaster Sangmesh, what's the place you never want to be found at? What is the best place you never want to be found at, Toastmaster Sangmesh? Okay, yeah, fine. Yes, or might be your best friend, your girlfriend. Okay, it's okay, anyway, just kidding.
Can you get repeat it? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So everyone might be knowing where I'm coming from. Yes, where am I? Yes, this is the best place where my relatives and even parents would never know I'm there. It's a very surprising fact that my parents and none of my relatives know that I am living in ISKCON. This is the best place where they don't want me to don't want me to find, right? Yeah, don't want me to find. And in I'm telling in the future they will find, okay. So yeah, but I don't know what to do for that moment. But until now, I'm safe and sound. So this is the best place, I guess. I'm getting what to speak for now. That's it. Yeah, thank
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sandesh. Well, I think if you will ask me which place, like, I don't want you guys to find me, nothing. Well, next topic. So, can I call Toastmaster Sandeep as he's a timer? Can someone else record his timing? Toastmaster Sandeep, what's something you are still looking for? What's something you are still looking for, Toastmaster?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. What I am looking for is something, a peaceful vacation, a 10 days vacation in the mid of a forest without having any cell phones and electronic gadgets. I want to be there in the mid of the forest for 10 days, disconnecting with all the peoples and electronic gadgets. I want to stay with the nature. I want to experience that vibe. So that's the place where I need to.
Wow, that's so nice. I think we all can go for a trip to Dandeli or something. And I will put his phone on airplane mode. Well, not from Toastmasters, I guess. Is it? On our Thursdays, Saturday, Sundays. Okay. Can I call Toastmaster Afaq? Yes, please. Toastmaster Afaq, tell us about a time when you completely forgot someone's name in an awkward situation. Tell us about a time when you completely forgot someone's name in an awkward situation, Toastmaster Afaq.
I think there are a lot of embarrassments in everybody's life. And there are so many kinds of embarrassment wherever we go. And as we are growing, they sometimes grow if we don't work on them. And forgetting name of the people is, I think, the most mischievous embarrassment one faces if the other person comes to know. And most of the time, when the person remembers us and about us and keeps talking with lot of passion and excitement. This happened with me several times, and the most, I don't want to say it's a memorable time, the most embarrassing time was in a situation where I had gone for a book meeting in Mumbai. We have a book club in Mumbai where everybody speaks on a book, whichever they have read. There will be a common book chosen, will read that book, and they come and give their take on that. I had given a take on that particular book, which I had read. I think I'm allowed to speak over here. The book was titled Why Women Have Sex by David Buss. And I gave my take on that book. It was very widely liked. And there was one person, journalist whom I had met over there. His name was Hari Kumar, and he was from Ekanhara. He said, and next time I met him on a Bangalore platform, and he came and he really hugged me. Sir, how are you? I'm really fond of you. I forgot to take your mobile number and all, he said. And he said, can we have a coffee? Then I saw, and there are sometimes people, like people who come from, some people who come from other part of India, they meet you on the platform and they say, sir, 200 rupeya hai kya, 400 rupeya. Something at that time I got very elusive at that. I remember him, and I thought he should not make out my intention of not recognizing him. And I was trying to recall, who is he? Then he said, you forgot me, is it not? Forgot me. Then he said to Rajesh Acharya, his colleague, oh, forgot my name. I'm so sorry. Then I said, I'm so sorry. Can we have a take? He said, no, please. You don't remember, and it's all dead. And he went away. That was the worst feeling I had in my life. And since then, I try to recall those names very often whenever I meet them. Thank you, and back to you. Oh, yeah. You generally take away whatever is given.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Afaq. Well, this time I want to give you something, and that is a good memory of remembering names. Just kidding. Okay, so next I want to call Toastmaster Aakanksha. Please give a huge round of applause, guys. For our DP, the beautiful everything. Anyway, okay. Toastmaster Aakanksha, if your phone started roasting you with error messages, what would it say? If your phone started roasting you with error messages, what would it say? Toastmaster Aakanksha.
Right.
So not many people roast me. What is it? Okay, anyways, I don't think many people can roast me except Rimjhim. She comes up with these very lousy roasts. They don't even make sense. Except that, even my cousin roasts me a lot. I don't know how he comes up with that on spot. He finds something, to just expose. But if that becomes my phone, if my phone starts sending me those messages, then I think it would definitely be Instagram, because I'm on Instagram a lot, and so I think I would have thought of doing something. I just finished reading this document. I'll uh, I'll summarize it and then send it to my boss. I would have thought that, but after 5 pages of the document, I'd go back to my phone. So probably that my phone would be, Ken, seriously, again, you've come back. Why? You thought of doing something. Why are you back? So something like this. Other than that, chat GPT, I remember Rimjhim saying this once if her phone roasts her. So obviously chat GPT, because I would be asking stupid questions to it. Like, what do I wear? Like, I'm going on a trip to this. How many clothes should I pack? So probably using ChatGPT for the most insane and stupid. So ChatGPT would roast me. I'm not sure what, because I can't come up with anything. But it would be another app that would roast. The third one, I think, I don't know. Probably I have an app which tracks how much time I've spent on each app. So I've disabled it. So because I don't want to feel unproductive. So yeah, I think that would also roast me. I didn't even download me at the first. So yes, I think these apps would roast me. But I guess for another time I'll come up with the roasts. So thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aakanksha. Well, I didn't know that your phone is brutal honest about you. If it has to. Just a second. Okay, so now I want to call Toastmaster Rachana. Toastmaster Rachana, what would you say to the people you have lost? What would you say to the people, like lost and found sort of? It's a okay. Is everybody? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think might be lost in comb. Okay, I'll change the. I thought it's something else. I'm really sorry. Okay, something that you have found accidentally and keep it since then. Something you have found accidentally and keep it then kept it since then.
Good evening, everyone. So, I actually like collecting things wherever I go. Like, even if I'm at a beach, then I like collecting seashells. And if I'm at some place where there is something unique about that place, then I usually collect like a memento to take back home so that it stays with me. But I think one thing that I have collected as a kid, so this might be a little embarrassing because so this was when I was in Dubai and I was in a mall with my parents, and I think I was about 5. Actually, I was about like 6 to 7 years old, and I really liked playing with Barbie dolls. And I really wanted one. I kept asking my parents, like, just give me a doll in the mall. But they were like refusing, like, you already have so many, like, why do you want more? And I was like, I kept on asking them. I was crying about it. And so we were just walking in the mall, and suddenly, in like at a place, I saw a doll lying down on the floor. I don't know, out of nowhere, it was just there. And I really wanted to take it up. Like, I didn't tell my parents. I just very slyly took it, kept it in my bag, and then once we went back to the hotel, that's when I showed them. I found this doll, and they were actually mad. They're like, "Why would you just pick up someone's random doll and everything. And I think it's still there in my cupboard because this was like almost, more than 10 years back, and it's still lying there in my cupboard. So yeah, that's one thing I've kept until now. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rachana. Well, sorry, that's an error from my side, but your topic was very beautiful, and I think she never felt like she has joined just now, don't you think? Thank you so much. Well, next, whom should we call? Toastmaster Mahmadhusen. Toastmaster Mahmadhusen, if your pet caused a 404 error in your house, what did they do? If your pet caused a 404 error in your house, what did they do? Even I don't have. Okay, so what do you do when you feel lost or stuck? What do you do when you feel lost or stuck? Toastmaster Mahmadhusen.
During Toastmasters, yeah, being in my 20s, I do feel lost. I feel confused. When I feel lost, usually I write my own thoughts so that I can just critically think of them. And then I also go through my journaling. So I write about my day, whatever I have done, whatever I have learned and things. I just go through it. So that tells me how I have spent my years back, my months. So that will also remind me whatever I did in the past has made me who I am today. So this is what I do when I feel lost. And unlike most people, I don't get lost on social media. When I'm lost, when I'm confused, because I hardly open Instagram. So even if I use YouTube, I use it for research purpose. Being a content creator, so I see how other creators are making videos, how what topics that they are choosing, how they are presenting things. So that's what I do. When I feel lost, I write and then I go through my journals that I have written about my day, about myself. That's my take on it. Back to the topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahmadhusen. Well, I think I can relate with you a lot. Well, I won't say right now why, but later. So now, I would like to call our President Toastmaster Nitish. Well, I think this topic perfectly suits you. Describe a time when you turned a failure into a success. Describe a time when you turned a failure into a success, Toastmaster Nitish.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Engineering students, lecturers, good. I'm also a mechanical engineer by profession. Education, sorry, by education. Sorry, not by profession, by education. By profession, I am not by a mechanical engineer, to be honest. Sorry. Education by mechanical engineer, it tend to be happened when I was in a first sem. It was a situation where more of fun, didn't even attend a class. Hope I told in my memories that in my shine bike we were going 4 people to Nisagar. It was what most of the things had happened. It was a time where my friend Rohan told, Nitish, we'll see that we'll have a backlog in 2 to 3 subjects. This fool believed that. And another friend of mine even too believed, and of course he had one backlog, and this person had backlog in 3 subjects in first sem, because I thought even these guys will have a backlog, but it turned to be they didn't have. My friend Naveen had one and another person one backlog, but me had. Coming to your question, what I did is there are 2 options. One is I have to quit engineering. I've decided for many times it is not going to happen from you. Better do a BSc in mathematics, you are good at it, and go for a profession. Second option is do something, you have to do it. Ask me literally all the 3 subjects in chemistry cycle, 8 subjects, wrote at one shot and passed. So 5 subjects chemistry and 3 subjects from each cycle. I wrote at one slot, I passed. I failed except in maths because what I did was one paper. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitish. Well, today's meeting feels like we are just going with the flow, committing errors, and from here our Toastmaster of the day is telling error, 404 error. I think it's so good. And I mean, even I am committing errors, he's committing errors, so many errors. And I think error is the beauty of Toastmasters meeting. So, thanks a lot. That's all from my side. I enjoyed conducting the session on the spot. Well, thank you. Back to Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rimjhim, for conducting such a fun-filled table topic session. Now we will have a break. So we will have a break of 10 minutes. So we'll be back by 7:40. Yeah. Okay. Just a second. Nitish wants to say something.
Apologize for taking stage in the middle, but there is a small announcement as I'm not sure still all will be there for last minute. We are having one change in the meeting that we might start meeting from 6-7, not 6-10, where we'll be starting with a business session. Business session is basically where we'll be announcing 3 things. One is any recent announcement, have a contest or whatever it is, we have a potluck. If we have a special meeting, this is where we'll be announcing. This will be done by president or a secretary. This is first announcement. So to take this announcement, what are the upcoming events what we have? First is on 23rd February 2005. So on Sunday we have a international speech contest coming in, which will be held in IBMR Incubation Center upstairs to Moon Maternity Hospital. This is the first announcement. Second, except Toastmaster Rachana and Toastmaster Harsha who have recently joined, the renewal cycle is up to September. Except these both existing members, see that your renewals will be done before March 15th. So for the 10 first members, it is going to be 7755. Hope you all are shocked, but we have an Indian government where it is charging us 18% tax. The non-profitable organization, as we have to accept it for the growth and learning. I request everyone to support us, as all the 4 lakh people in the world are accepting this and 18% tax. So I request everyone to pay the renewal cycle for March 15, 7799. Thank you for noting this. If you have anybody business, so you can take a return on it by the GST. One. I think so. Next meeting will be. Even in business sessions, what we do is we can announce what are the rules taken for the next. What you let's go for a break.
So welcome back everyone. So now it's time to begin with the third segment of the meeting, which is the evaluation. It's time to reflect on what we have done really well. So what we need to work on to get better. So to evaluate the meeting, I would like to call upon today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Pragati.
Coming to the evaluation session. So let's begin with the first speaker, evaluator. Yeah, Sandeep.
So good evening, fellow Toastmasters. My speaker, Toastmaster Raghav. His speech title was Raghav the Transformer. And before evaluation, I would like to tell about sandwich method. So sandwich method is like we evaluate in sandwich method. First comes commendations, the next part is recommendations, and we conclude when we give the conclusions to the speaker's speech. So actually, in the beginning, Raghav did a great job by starting his speech. It was a great start. He started from the time when he was born. So this was a very good start, and his speech was very clear and audible to the audience. And he covered almost entire stage while he was giving his speech. And the structure was also pretty good. Now here are the recommendations. Even though the structure was pretty good, but the conclusions was only few lines. That is what I felt about his conclusion. So he could have elaborated a little bit about his conclusions, what the audience can take away from his speech. This is what I felt. And he maintained a very good eye contact, but it was focused on this region. I was sitting here and was not looking on this region. Okay. Then I felt that he could have engaged the audience a little more. He just asked the question and that's it. Like in the beginning, he started with a question and nothing else was in the like engaging for the audience. Next, and I felt that he could have explained about himself because he was just like he was telling about his time when he was born, his school days, and directly gym. That's all what I felt. But more about him, what he likes, what are his hobbies. All this could have been explained in detail in his speech. And the conclusion is overall, it was a great structured speech. He had great body gestures and vocabulary was at point. This was my evaluation. Thank you.
Coming to the next speaker, evaluator, Aakanksha.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening to my speaker, Toastmaster Tushar. A really wonderful topic, a very wonderful title. It was when I saw it, I did not realize that it was a title. I thought it was probably an objective because it was so beautifully framed. So kudos on that. I would love to start off with some really good points that you made and I observed. Starting off with a question. I love that you asked a question and also you waited for an answer, and when no one gave an answer, you pointed out to a certain person to answer. And I think you picked out one of the best people who could answer that question in this club. So that is one good point. Second point, that you have done actual research on this topic. What I saw was you read the book and then you came up with whatever you wanted to speak. So immense, when you went deep down the topic, I think that gave more, and also the way you carried it out, I think that is because of the research that you have made. That is one kudos, one really good point that I observed. third one is I liked only how a few topics were covered, but they were with depth. They were covered with depth. So that is how we understood more about the topic instead of just our minds wandering off. Because as we go on, we stop understanding, we stop getting it into our head. So kudos to you. I think the way you covered the topics with depth were really good. Some recommendations that I could give were okay, even I'm doing this, but you could have probably, since you had a speech, a long speech, a speech of 5 to 7 minutes, I guess you could have attached it and then spoke, because you could have used your hand gestures more. And with that also, your expressions. So, second one is I found a few unnecessary usage of like the stage, because you were roaming around a lot. Like what I saw, probably paused a few times. I noticed that, but I think it was unnecessary to move around a lot, because either the audience is looking at you or it's hearing your content. So just walk. Like probably I'll show you an example like this. Stay here, talk for a while, and if you want to go, try and turn, but don't continuously run, because that is the mistake I had made in my icebreaker, and my evaluator had told me the same thing. So when I saw it, I thought it would be a better thing to tell you. The third one is you could have used pauses. Since your speech was was based on a book and which had much depth, I think with pauses and with expressions, you could have given more content, more energy to the crowd. So in a summary, I would good points were you asked a question, you waited for them to answer, you did research on the topic. I liked how you only used a few topics and covered them with depth. Thing is, you could have attached your mic for hand gestures, found a few unnecessary usage. So pause and also some pauses in your speech. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Coming to the next speaker, that is Toastmaster Khushi, Toastmaster Afaq, sir.
I'm very fond of Toastmasters Khushi's way of delivering a speech, the kind of a preparation she brings to the club, right from her entry into the club till she leaves. Her smiling face, her fantastic language, and her attire is highly to be appreciated. What I like from her speech is the examples she chose, the teacher and the parents. The details of being mentored from them are a key titles or a messages in life. Like details are important. In-depth learning is important. And her father, it's okay if you fail, there is always a light. For me, these are the messages which I take away with me today from Toastmaster Khushi's speech. Finally, she endorses the importance for the roles of the mentor and a mentee as a protege. For me, her strength lies in her last moment preparation, because she's going for the, I assume that she's going for the international speech contest, and in short time, she has prepared for such an important Toastmasters project, introduction of the mentor. I must appreciate her for this. Let's give her a big hand. Like I mentioned in Toastmaster Khushi's previous speech as well, where I was an evaluator, emotions are very important when she spoke about alchemist in the previous. Here also, I found there could have been slight work on emotions, because the key point which expresses emotions were not there in her speech. Example, when we deliver this introduction to the mentoring, what we say is the key points which I got from my mentors is example, self-love or open-mindedness or so and so, so and so. And my mentor offered me a, a way to face my fears, a way to face the setbacks in life. So these are the key points where a speaker has to mention in his or her speech so that I can take that these are the issues which the protege has taken up from the mentor. I think Toastmaster Khushi, a very luminous speaker and a highly celebrated speaker at DET, can work on these things, make her speech emotional, because it is very important, emotional or inspiring as well, which is very important in international speech contest. And I'm sure the world is really open to her as a champion. Thank you. Oh,
Coming to the evaluation session, that is my Tiger team. So let's get started with a timer to deliver the report. Toastmaster Sandeep.
Good evening once again. I'm back with my report. Toastmaster Aakanksha as acting secretary took 1 minute 6 seconds. Toastmaster Nitish as for his presidential address took 8 minutes 51 seconds. Toastmaster Mahmadhusen as a Toastmaster of the day for introduction, he took 4 minutes 47 seconds. Toastmaster Pragati as general evaluator took 2 minutes 10 seconds for introduction. And Toastmaster Sandeep, me as a timer, took 1 minute 51 seconds for introduction of the role. And Toastmaster Harsha took 1 minute 4 seconds for introduction of Aakanksha role. Toastmaster Rimjhim took 1 minute 20 seconds for listener's role. And Toastmaster Rachana took 47 seconds for Grammarian role. So coming to the speakers, Toastmaster Raghav in his icebreaker took 5 minutes 21 seconds. Toastmaster Tushar took 5 minutes 39 seconds, and Toastmaster Khushi took 7 minutes 11 seconds. And all the 3 speakers are eligible for awards. And in the table topic session, Toastmaster Rimjhim as a table topic master for introduction of table topics took 1 minute 6 seconds. Coming to table topic speakers, Toastmaster Sangmesh took 53 seconds. Toastmaster Sandeep me took 34 seconds. Toastmaster Afaq took 2 minutes 24 seconds. Toastmaster Aakanksha took 2 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Rachana took 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Mahmadhusen took 1 minute 12 seconds. Toastmaster Nitish took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Except me and Sangmesh, all the table topic speakers were eligible for voting. In evaluation session, Toastmaster Sangmesh took 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Aakanksha took 3 minutes 28 seconds. Toastmaster Afaq took 3 minutes 7 seconds. I confirm all the evaluators are eligible for voting. That's all my report. Back to you, Pragati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. Coming to the next our counter, Toastmaster Harsha. In prepared speech, Toastmaster Raghav, 1 pause. Toastmaster Aakanksha, 1 the, 2 and 1 and. Toastmaster Tushar, and 1 and a few hours. Toastmaster Khushi, 1 and one. Mahmadhusen, Toastmaster Mahmadhusen, 5 source. In table topic session, Toastmaster Sangmesh, 1 1 okay, 1 and
So, one so. Toastmaster Sandeep used one so. Toastmaster Afaq used one a. Toastmaster Aakanksha, one you know, one but, one so, one a. Toastmaster Rachana, one and, one a. Toastmaster Mahmadhusen, two a, one so. In evaluation session, Toastmaster Sangmesh, two R's and six ands. Toastmaster Aakanksha, six R's, one and, one so. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha. Coming to the next grammarian, she is Toastmaster Rachana.
Good evening, everyone. I think I got the best role for today because I just realized the topic is 404 not found, and here I am finding errors. And just like Rimjhim said, everyone's making errors today, but I think everybody did a good job with their language and vocab today. So, starting with President Nitish, I liked how he metaphorically addressed the crowd, relating it to the topic, like where he used opportunities, relationships, and connecting it to the topic. And coming to the speeches, Toastmaster Raghav, it was interesting how he started with second person, and so it really captivated me. And there were a few sentences where he missed articles, like he said he was youngest, in, like he missed the he would have said he was the youngest. And there was another sentence where he said people who bullies you. So because people is plural, it should have been people who bully you. And Toastmaster Tushar, it was nice how he used facts and information relating to a book. And there was a sentence where he said, "How many of you have thought this?" Instead, he could have used, "How many of you have thought about this?" And coming to Toastmaster Khushi, I think it was really engaging as she, told a personal story about her. So it was really interesting. And there was I think there's some jumble of words where she said some time point of life and will quite be helpful with that. And so the word of the day was used twice by Toastmaster Raghav and Toastmaster Apa. So that is my report for today. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachana, for delivering your report. Coming to the next listener, that is Toastmaster Rimjhim.
Hello again. I'm back with my questions. So the first, okay. So that is whoever will raise their hand first, they will get the chance to answer first. Okay? Fine? Are we cool? Okay, let's start. Sangmesh, Toastmaster Sangmesh, all the best. Okay, so first question. According to Toastmaster Raghav's speech, what last benches are known as? You raise your hand first and you will wonder. Toastmaster Aakanksha. What? I think Cadbury gems. It's okay. Toastmaster Khushi. So what they are known as, he has used two words to phrase them. No. Yes, real gem. No, but I Where is Raghav? Toastmaster Raghav. Okay, he has referred real gem. Who, whom should I give? I'm so sorry. But he has referred. Next question. What is Toastmaster Tushar's speech title? Except Evaluator. Yes, Toastmaster Khushi. No, that's wrong. That's a book title. Yes. What? Yeah, it's just caring with intention, but give a huge round of applause to her. Yes, that's great. Caring with intention. Next question. In Toastmaster Tushar's speech, how the author of the book defined emotions? 2 words. No, okay. How he defined emotions? 2 words. How? Yeah. Are you the evaluator? No. Yes, Toastmaster Afaq. Okay, but there was a more specific term. Okay, there is a hint. It's a synonym of evaluation. Hint. What's the synonym of evaluation? Yes. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Feedback mechanisms he has referred to, but it's okay. That's great. Exact word was feedback mechanisms. That's why you should be good listeners. Next. What were Toastmaster Khushi's father's words which always uplifted her? Toastmaster Sangmesh? Yeah, yes. I'm there for you. Okay. Next question. Okay, I think that's a difficult one. Might be if you are an attentive listener, then you can surely answer it. What's the author's name of that book which Toastmaster Afaq has mentioned? The author's name. No, not you. Anyone else? Come on. 1, 2, 3. Raise your hand. Guys. No. Author. No. No. Okay. I can tell the initials of author's name. D and F. No. I'll take this cookie. I'll skip it, but I'll not tell the answer. You can Google and tell it later. It's David Foss. Okay, next question. How many exams Toastmaster Nitish wrote simultaneously and of which subjects? Okay, this one. Yeah, and which subjects? No, disqualified. Next question. Yes, 8 exams. Yeah. It's physics. Yeah. Please give a huge round of applause for this. Should I ask easy questions? Okay, so which date Toastmaster Raghav has mentioned in his icebreaker speech? Toastmaster Khushi? Born. Correct. It's okay. It's okay. You can take full. It's okay. 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 So what Toastmaster Khushi's teacher told her about knowledge? Toastmaster said. Toastmaster Mahmadhusen. Yeah, but yeah, there is a dialogue. Okay, 1, 2, 3, this. Okay, fine. You answer. No, you can't say like that. Please. 1, 2, 3, this. Yeah. No one knows. I'll tell. Toastmaster Afaq, can you recall it? You are the elevator. Our teacher said a specific phrase about knowledge. Okay, hint. It can be found in 3 things. Come on. What things? I can't reward. It can be found here, there, where. A specific. Yeah, say. Knowledge can be found in every corner, details, and words. No, but it was corners, details, and words. Aakanksha, you can't say. Okay, you can get the. That was not a full phrase. You said knowledge can be found anywhere, everywhere. I am not going to ask any more questions, that's all. Do you want some more questions which you can answer? Hmm. There are no guests. Wait, so, okay, this is very easy. For which meeting Toastmaster Afaq went and where? Toastmaster. Yeah, good. Yes. I hate you. What the hell, my everyone? You are a VP, have some courtesy, a bit professional. Last, okay. Okay, that's last. Okay, so what Toastmaster Tushar is currently practicing? It's a form of thinking. It's a form of thinking. Okay, I'll skip this question. Thank you. That's I know.
Coming to the evaluation throughout the meeting, as meeting has started at the 6:10, which is on the time, and also everything was well set up by everyone. And coming to the role, that is SA, who has spoken about theme-based and also a story that he has engaged about the 60 rupees, their attention has got, and next explained his rule very well. Coming to the acting secretary, that is Aakanksha. I know Mehak has not come, but I could encourage taking up with paper and more than phone, and also with not just saying the roles, but in detail with what has happened in the previous meeting. And coming to the TM Modi role, he has played very well as a TM Modi, and pauses in his speech, and also he has were good pauses, not very fast, where people can process and also know. And coming, you are very well prepared for this role. And also coming to the one point, I have not explained the history like it was about this 4 lakh peoples, or it was Raj's medley. The history about the Toastmaster, have skipped that one. And also rules also have explained good that how it will be held. And coming to the timer, that is Toastmaster Sandeep, he has started with a question about timing, and also explained timing role very well. And coming to the R counter, that is Toastmaster Harsha, and has during your delivering of your speech, as there were pauses and you forgot some lines, and also you could have more prepared, but could remind you one thing, that this is a platform that where you make mistakes and learn from these mistakes, and not do these mistakes at your in your further corporate life, and also have delivered it well without stopping or blanking out. That's a great thing. Coming to the Toastmaster Rachana as a grammarian, explained about you could have explained more about grammar, how is it important while communication, and also how it does it plays very important role. And also I could have encouraged you carrying a paper rather than the phone, like while if you want to refer. And that's it was all. You delivered about your role well without any pauses and all. Coming to the Toastmaster Rimjhim, she has explained about the listening role with her example, that is about with the scenarios and how important the listening is. Well explained your role. And coming to the speakers, that is Toastmaster Raghav, with a question started and pauses were very good. And also with the situation in between, he gave a situation where audience could have thought in that situation how he could have gone, and he was very well prepared. Coming to Toastmaster Tushar, it was very fast and coming about like mental health, and takeaways were more about his speech. Coming to Toastmaster Khushi, it was a wonderful speech and also attention to the details, and also spoke about the mentorship. Coming to the TTM, that is Toastmaster Rimjhim, explained her role with the theme, and in a creative way she has explained, and also repeating, like as you're repeating the topics too, that it's like a rule, like twice you have to repeat it, not more than that. And coming to Toastmaster Sangmesh in the table topic, encourage it like speaking more, but you have paused but delivered very well. And coming to Toastmaster Sandeep, also he has spoke very well with his giving like the place that he could have imagined he could have been. And coming to Toastmaster Afaq, that is always good as expected. And coming to Toastmaster Aakanksha, spoke very well from heart and also with a smile, and it was not boring kind of. Coming to Toastmaster Rachana, delivered very well without any gaps or like non-stop, no gaps and all. It was not like your first time in this Toastmaster. It was like you delivered very well the speech. And coming to Mahmadhusen, well delivered your speech, and you had a very good hold on your content, what you're speaking and delivering. And Toastmaster Nitish, he had a good start with a question. And coming to the evaluators, and that is Toastmaster Sangmesh, that you have very structured very well your content while you're delivering, and looked into the details that you have explained very well. And also, like as you were evaluating, they have mentioned sandwich. Without that also you could have direct gone with this, but very well done your role. Coming to Toastmaster Aakanksha, the one good part is demonstrating the actions, like you have demonstrated. She could have done the stage usage and also structured very well with the evaluation, and also details were also covered. Coming to Toastmaster Afaq, details in the content were very well explained, and also well structured evaluation he had, and also appreciated and mentioned the strengths of the speaker. Coming to the report, all have delivered very well. And coming to Toastmaster Harsha, as our counter, like if you had a more number of, if the kilowords are more than 5, you could have said 5 plus. Also is okay. And also you have delivered your speech evaluation well for Toastmaster Rachana. And coming to the meeting at end, the claps were not enough well welcoming. At energy goes down, clapping encouraging. I could have expected more like from you guys. Yeah. And coming to my evaluation, I could have done good, not that prepared, and introduced very well. And I could like to improve the next time. Well, thank you everyone. Handing over to Toastmaster of the day.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Pragati, for presenting such a detailed report. on everything and the entire meeting. So the voting link has been posted in the WhatsApp group. So I request all the members to quickly take a few seconds and vote. So meanwhile, can I share my screen? Okay. So this is me taking this DMOD role for the second time. It was a great experience. So a lot of things learned, and this was my little experience. Hope I'll be better when I come here as a DMOD for the next time. Right now, I would like to hand over the stage to our president, Toastmaster Nitish.
By the time we get a result, I request VP Toastmaster Aakanksha to take the role for the next meeting.